I've been trying to make this video now for a few weeks, and the weather has just been really getting in the way. I mean, it has just been so unpredictable lately. That you need to be done in those situations, and I gotta get out of here, it's starting to pour. Let's pick this up in the office. I did get enough of good, wonderful sunshine and some overcast skies that were still dry that I can get out and really test the performance of these ND filters. Now, that's what we're getting into today. Freewell sent me this 8-pack all-day pack. Now, I'm used to using variable ND filters from Freewell on my previous drones, but this particular pack with these 8 different filters give me a variety of different options. Now, I've been using Freewell filters for years. I've been working with them for about 1.5 years. They sent me this package for free, but it has no influence over my video, nor they seen it before when I release it to you, they're seeing it at the same time. So that's just how it works. But I am a big fan of their product, so it is what it is. Anyway, this particular package comes with 8 and 2 different 4-packs. Now, the case himself is much like their previous for the original Mavic 3 Pro. It's a nice thin package with holds 4 magnetic cover. It's got foam inserts to keep them from sliding all around so don't scratch into each other. But what I like about the small, compact, thin size is fitting inside the bag. It doesn't take up a whole lot of real estate. Perfect. Keeps them neat, keeps them organized, so whatever one I'm looking for, I can just easily grab it. Just keeps the workflow going. And when you're a one-man team, one-man, filming crew, you just need convenience and ease of use. Now, these Freewell ND filters that I've been using, I've been very happy with them. Now, I chase a lot of sunrise and sunsets. I go all around New England, Rhode Island specifically, all the way up to New Hampshire, Maine, and I just love that first morning sunrise. And some of the skies have just been so vibrant. I mean, the natural colors that are coming out of the sky is just, it's just so cool that when you're part of those special ones, those ones that are just overwhelmingly pink or red or orange. And all the video clips that I'm showing right here, I did not add color. I might have did the regular post-production on it, but I didn't add anything extra to it. I just brought out the natural like I was seeing it in person. And that's what Freewell ND filters, I feel, will work out really well for me. They just help with that dynamic range. They help with getting no solar flares and glares and that polarization. And with the CPL filter, the transparency back into the water, I just really love what I'm able to get out of them. So let's talk about this particular pack. Now, the first one is a 4-pack of the polarized ND filters. You have an ND 8, 16, 32, and 64. So you have a good variety, a good mix of them. Now, the second pack has a polarized filter that looks like the other NDs as far as its manufacturer make, but then it also has a CPL, I'm sorry, it has a UV. The CPL looks the same as the others. The UV has the lens cover look to it, and so does the darker NDs, the ND 1000, ND 2000. Now, those I'm really happy that it's in this pack because I have been trying to get more and more. I've been trying to get better with long exposure shots. It's something that I've really focused on in the past, but I've always admired and I appreciated what it looks like. I went out and messed around a little bit a few weeks ago, 4th of July. It didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to, but now you're looking at long exposure at night, which is a whole different ball game. It seems it's just not the same for me. But the one that I got, it was an overcast day. It wasn't really shiny, but I went out to a peninsula in Narragansett, Jamestown, where there's a lighthouse and the waves come crashing all around it on the rocks. Now, I've seen some other long exposure shots there where the water was a higher tide or much more, energized and larger waves to it. So that long exposure shot really gave that really cool impacted look. Now, I was able to get the look, but the waves just weren't as high. So I am going to go back and mess around with it some more. But I also want to get some of those night shots with the long tail lights or the headlights and stuff like that. I just find that long exposure really cool. And I want to get better at it and mess around with it. So I have that option with the Mavic 3 Pro and these ND 1000, ND 2000. Now, talked about the packaging. Nice size, compact, thin, so on. The filters themselves, I've always appreciated Freewell's build quality. That's what brought me to them in the first place. When I bought the Mavic 2 Pro, I bought a different brand, and that was the first drone for me that the lens would come off. The original Mavic Pro was like a compression filter over the lens, but the Mavic 2 Pro, you twist and you take it off. The first set of ND filters I bought for it, it didn't line up as perfectly as it should. I was able to get it on with a little bit of work and effort, but getting it back off, it wasn't coming off as easy. And I was a little bit nervous about breaking the gimbal or the lens and so on. But I finally got it off, I returned them, and I went over to Freewell, and I've been sticking with Freewell ever since. Now, these are made just like all the other ones. They fit like the original lens cover that you're taking off of the drone itself. So they have a nice, good, tight, smooth fit. They also are a nice lightweight aluminum, so they're not going to have an extra weight on the camera lens, so it doesn't mess with the gimbal's performance either. And also the glass itself is a really good glass that's scratch resistant and so on. It just really helps get that neutral density or the polarization or whatever it is that I'm approaching on it. It gives me the most out of it with this particular glass, so I'm very happy with using it. Now, these two packs go for $149.99 in this 8-day pack. But I'm going to put links below that have all the other leads to the Freewell packages that they have for the Mavic 3 Pro. I've been using Freewell filters on all my previous drones. I still have it on my Avata. I have it for the Mini 3 Pro. I do all my regular fun work with it as far as the YouTube channel and the reviews, a lot of fun that I have, chasing the sunrise, sunsets for my Instagram. But I also been using it for commercial work. I shoot some realty. I've done some videos for Facebook. I've done some videos for people's websites, that kind of stuff. And I've almost been using the Freewell filters for all of that, and they've been helping me achieve the goal of the look of the filter, of the videos that I've been trying to achieve. So that all being said, I'm a huge fan of Freewell ND filters. They really work well. They stay on the drone, nice fit. Also, I'm sorry, that's what I wanted to mention. So this is one of the worst gimbal covers. I have a love-hate relationship with this, but for the Mavic 3 Pro, I'm not a big fan. I kind of like it because it holds the props really well, and when it's on, it covers really good, but lining it up is a little bit of a pain in the butt. But that being said, you can leave the ND filter on and put the cover on. So this way, if you are relocating around on the same day, same sunlight, you don't want to keep taking off that cover, putting it back on, wasting time. I can leave it on, and I'm sorry, the ND filter, I can leave it on, get to the next site, put the drone up in the air, get the shots I'm looking for. So that being said, that's what I have to say about this. I'm a big fan, but if you have any questions, anything I talked about or anything I didn't, hit me up below. Let's have a great conversation. If you enjoyed the video, give me the old thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Later.